Hello everyone and welcome to the Trek Guy. While this technically isn't the first video on this channel, it feels like the first video for me because it's the first video where I have to actually sit down in front of the camera. But hopefully it's the first of many videos that will be covering the topic that I love, that being Star Trek. Anyways, without further ado, if you've been keeping up with Star Trek news recently, you'll know that 2 new Star Trek games just got announced, with the trailers released. Those games being Outposts Unknown and Shadow Frontier. Personally, I think Star Trek has been overdue for seriously branching into the gaming medium. It's something that Star Wars has done so well, and I feel like is an untapped goldmine for Star Trek as well. I'm going to go over Outposts Unknown first so that I can save Shadow Frontier for the second part, because I personally find that to be the more exciting of the two. Anyways, Star Trek Outposts Unknown released its trailer, and it appears to be a city sim game. Now this was a little bit unexpected. I wasn't really expecting to see city sim and Star Trek go together. And I was a little bit confused by it, but you know, it still could be interesting. I mean, in Star Trek all the time, they're going to different colonies and everything, building different colonies, transporting colonists and everything. So it's something that's very integral to the identity of Star Trek. But, you know, I just never really expected to have a city sim game. The game is made by Magic Fuel Games, which I had no idea who they were before I looked them up, and it turns out that they've made a bunch of mobile apps and some different city sim games and everything, but nothing that I'd really heard of before. But I'm still willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, even though I haven't heard of them before. But one thing that I do fear, however, is with them being a mobile game company, is that some mobile games can be a little bit predatory with their microtransactions, making it so that you either pay or you just don't have fun playing the game. So I'm hoping that's not what's going to happen with this game, but who knows? I mean, Star Trek hasn't been immune to having having a microtransaction app every once in a while. So who knows what's gonna happen? But something interesting about this game is that it's set in the Strange New Worlds era of Star Trek, taking from that design philosophy and everything, which is interesting because I personally didn't think that they were going to do anything else with the Strange New Worlds era. I thought that, for all intents and purposes, Strange New Worlds was done. I mean, they're giving us a shortened 5th season and didn't renew for a 6th season, so I thought that they were just done with the era, but it turns out that they still have some plans for it, even if that's just a city sim game. However, in the trailer, the scenery looks very beautiful. The planet looks very alien. I mean, the scenery looks very beautiful. And the enemies as well seem very interesting as well. I mean, they just come in and completely blow up the colony. I mean, they didn't really give us a glimpse of the ships either, so I'm not entirely sure who these enemies are. They might be an original enemy. The demo is out right now, actually. It's something that I'll hopefully be playing soon on my channel. I should be uploading a gameplay video fairly soon. And I'll leave the link in description if you want to check that out for yourself. Personally, how I'm feeling about this game is I'm a little bit skeptical. I mean, like I said, I wasn't really expecting a city sim game for Star Trek. And personally, I'm just not that huge of a fan of city sims. But who knows? Maybe this game will come knock my socks off and I'll really get into City Sims or something. I don't know. But for now, I remain skeptical. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll probably play it when it comes out and everything, but I don't know. It just kind of seems like a little bit of a weird combination for me. And like I said, with different games of this caliber, they can be prone to having predatory microtransactions, which I hope isn't going to be the case with this game. Anyways, now for the game that everyone's been hyping up since its trailer. Star Trek Shadow Frontier. Star Trek Shadow Frontier is an action survival horror game made by the Bloober team. This is the same team behind the Silent Hill 2 remake and behind Layers of Fear. So, it suffice to say, they know what they're doing when they're making horror games. But the main selling point of this game seems to be that you star as Ro Laren, and this is actually voiced by the actress Michelle Forbes. This is actually a continuation or maybe an add-on to her story, and we're not really sure though. I was talking with a friend on Discord, and we were talking about whether this is going to take place after the events of Next Generation, where she joins the Maquis, or whether it'll take place before, maybe dealing with the Cardassian occupation, dealing with her earlier career in Starfleet that she was reprimanded for, or even possibly it could take place during Next Generation, as she could be in active service on board the Enterprise. We just don't really know when this takes place. However, I find it likely that it will probably take place after the Next Generation. Just because that seems to be the most logical place that they put it. I mean, we really don't know what happened to her after she left the Enterprise. And I mean, the next time we saw her in Star Trek Picard, she's now back in Starfleet. So we're not entirely sure what the full story is there. And it's possible that this game could explain that gap. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see when it comes out. The game is supposed to be a psychological thriller digging deep into Ro Laren's character. How they've advertised it, from what I read with the interview with IGN, is it really kind of seems like, you know, this game is for all kinds of people. Whether you're a deep Star Trek fan, whether you're just starting out, you can just play the game on its own and still have a good time with it. And that either way, you'll get a good sense of who Ro Laren is and an appreciation for her character. And that's something that I think is really great. I mean, if they can accomplish that goal, that's a very lofty goal, to make a game that, you know, is both for people who know nothing about Star Trek and also for the hardcore fans of Star Trek. But it says it's going to be digging into Ro's past. While she's trapped on this planet, which was described as a ship graveyard with a planet-wide entity whose goal is to absorb Ro Laren into its consciousness, which, you know, if you have been keeping up with Star Trek games, that sounds a little bit similar to Star Trek Infection. You know, it was another Star Trek game that just came out recently for the MetaQuest that was also kind of a horror game where a virus takes over the ship, turns people into zombies and everything. And this sounds a little bit similar to that, but, you know, maybe it'll really set itself apart the closer we get to it, when we're actually playing the game. We'll see. But supposedly Rolaren's goal in this game is to rescue an old friend who I suppose could be trapped on the planet. And you know, if this is set after Next Generation, this could very well be a character that we know from the Next Generation. Who knows, really? You know, who knows? Maybe it could even be Major Kira from Deep Space Nine. I mean, after all, maybe there's some hidden lore that we didn't know about. Maybe they know each other. After all, I mean, Michelle Forbes was they originally wanted her to play the part of Major Kira. Of course, then it wouldn't have been Major Kira, it would have been Rolaren. But anyways, you know, who knows? Maybe they know each other. One thing with digging into Ro's past and everything that I would be really interested for, as I'm sure anyone who knows anything about me knows that I love Captain Picard. Now, it's very unlikely that they'll have gotten Patrick Stewart to, you know, voice a cameo or anything, but, you know, even if we just got like a glimpse of Captain Picard or a photo or something acknowledging Captain Picard in the Next Generation, I would be very, very happy. This game is for a little bit different audience than Star Trek usually markets to as well, which is interesting. It's marketing itself as a more mature game, going for an 18 plus demographic. But however, if you're worried about them betraying the franchise's values and everything, they have said that it's one of their goals to honor the franchise's core values while also making a unique experience. So, you know, it's good to know that that's at least something in the forefront of their minds when making this game. I'm really excited for this game, personally. Is, you know, anything that's related to the Next Generation. I've got my Next Generation shirt on, you know, I love it. You know, I'm excited to see Rolaren's story continue. I'm excited to see this new chapter in Star Trek gaming. You know, this is the first real Star Trek game developed by a AAA company, as far as I know, at least. So I hope it's gonna be a good one. I hope that they don't disappoint us. But I think I speak for all Star Trek fans when I say that I'm excited for the future of Star Trek in gaming. As a kid, I grew up loving Star Trek, and I never really had games that scratched that itch. As a kid, you know, I grew up in the early 2000s, and that's, you know, right when Star Trek was going off the air. I mean, Enterprise was on, but it went off the air in 2005, I believe. So, you know, for the majority of my growing up, I didn't really have anything new of Star Trek coming out. So it's always very exciting for me nowadays when we're having something Star Trek coming out, because it's like, you know, this is what I waited for as a kid. But I just really hope that this is the start of something good. I hope that this is the start of many Star Trek games to come in the future. I hope that, you know, I can't wait to see these games when they're fully released. I really hope that they're going to impress people and encourage Paramount to commission more Star Trek games and everything, because I really, really think that this is an untapped gold mine for Star Trek. I think that Star Trek has a big future in gaming. Alrighty, well, that seems to be about it. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below.